Code of Conduct was groundbreaking 20 years ago. It really changed how fisheries were managed, it helped governments, etc. In the same way, GSSI is groundbreaking in that we've changed the way that a credible choice program can be developed based on FAO, and so I think that absolutely completes the circle from the Code of Conduct to GSSI's launch.
Launching the GSSI tool today in Vigo is just the perfect opportunity. We have seen during the last 20 years the development of different certification based on the creation of the Code of Conduct from FAO. So now this tool will help to provide more clarity among all these labels. So it's a sort of celebration of everybody working in these sectors.
It's a pleasure for me and the FAO to be here, not only because we are celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the Code of Conduct, but in particular because the GSSI is organizing this event to launch and to inform you about the benchmarking tool.
Very confident and very happy that I can now show you actually all the work that's been done and how it's going to work in the next couple of years.
Well, it's been key that the Global Benchmark Tool has been developed by a multi-stakeholder process, so it's not one single stakeholder deciding on how the globe should operate, but it's actually everybody along the supply chain, so it's the harvesters, producers, it's NGOs, it's industry, it's governmental bodies, and all jointly developing this common benchmarking tool.
I think this is a great step forward. It's a step change in the field of seafood sustainability. And it also enables those who wish to build a system which has got international credibility to do so against a set of international normative standards or benchmarks which are now globally recognised.
We see therefore also the GSSI as a means to provide some more clarity in the field of certification and schemes. It can also reduce some of the costs involved in certification and therefore also benefit consumers and stakeholders and producers and processors, exporters in the developing countries.
We highly appreciate the initiative developed by GSSI in developing the global benchmarking tool, and we do think that it's a very good solution.
Every time a new certification scheme goes through the process and is recognised as being credible by the benchmark tool, we will use that certification scheme's products in our sourcing. And a number of the other funding partners have made the same commitments, and more will do so moving forward.
I think when other retailers and food service companies look at the leadership of companies like Tartan, Ahold, Morrison's, Metro, Sodexo, I think they look at those leaders and say, we have asked for what they have produced, and I think that is going to create an incentive and a good sense of momentum toward GSSI.
I think the ultimate measure of the success of the GSSI benchmark tool will be whether it's actually used. Now, of course, for it to be used, the standard holders themselves have to put their schemes into the system. But from what I've heard, there was already a number of schemes who are willing and very keen to actually get recognition from the system, and there will be quite a queue, I imagine.
We are confident that the first schemes will come forward for recognition within the next few weeks, and that we will be able to announce the first recognised schemes in spring of 2016. And I think that success will bring further success along.
After the road test and everything else, and the scheme can tell you, this is a very, very high standard. So we're not talking about a race to the bottom, this is a race to the top, which I think is a benefit for everybody. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice evening.